I used to have an intense infatuation with Robert, a sporty guy I knew from our village pub. However, our romantic connection never materialized. Back then, I was in a relationship with his best friend James, who eventually became my husband. Interestingly, Robert and James still maintain their strong friendship. Admittedly, I've always harbored a lingering affection for Robert, and it's quite awkward that James recently offered him shelter. When I was around 17, I fell head over heels for Robert. In my eyes, he was a strikingly attractive blonde, with a sun-kissed tan and an athletic build. I admired his determination, as he often chose to drink Coke at the pub to be in top form for his football matches the next day. Despite my feelings, Robert never reciprocated my interest. He was pleasant, but it was clear he didn't share the same romantic feelings for me. His preference seemed to lean towards girls, quite different from me. During that time, I crossed paths with James. He was another kind-hearted and athletic young man, almost on par with Robert in terms of sports. James displayed a genuine interest in me, and it wasn't a matter of settling for second best. Our relationship flourished, and we've been together for 18 years, building a strong marriage. We're blessed with 3 wonderful children and, like any couple, we experience highs and lows. Our happiness stems from the solid foundation we share, and we both value what we have. Still, James and Robert continue their football camaraderie, and I'm often there on the sidelines, watching them play. Robert has remained a wonderful man, and I secretly hold a soft spot for him, a sentiment unknown to anyone else. Over the years of James and I being together, Robert has become an integral part of our lives. He and James are inseparable, always ready to lend a hand to each other. Robert even stood by James's side as the best man at our wedding. Our children affectionately refer to him as Uncle Robert. After all this time, I've grown accustomed to him, and his presence no longer startles me. Our families have even gone on vacations together, indicating the closeness we share. Consequently, I've come to know Robert quite well, including his flaws. He has 2 children from 2 different relationships. Despite his second marriage being on the brink of collapse after just 2 years, Robert remains a significant part of our lives due to his ongoing struggles. He often seeks refuge in our home, which is common, but it has become more frequent lately. His troubles have led him to excessive drinking, a point of contention between him and his wife Laura. I suspect Robert is the cause of his own problems, possibly involving another woman, though we don't broach that topic. Regardless, they'll always support each other. Robert's relationship with Laura is strained, and he frequently reaches out to us for comfort. He sat before us, tearful and lost, expressing uncertainty about his situation with Laura. He felt trapped, unable to return to her, yet had nowhere else to go. He agonized over his daughter Lisa, their shared child. Witnessing his vulnerability tugged at my heartstrings. In such moments, James is the unwavering rock Robert needs. He provides solace, offering comfort with a hug, a supportive arm, or a friendly punch to lift his spirits. "You're always welcome here," James assured him recently. I was taken aback, along with Robert, by this heartfelt gesture. Part of me feared that Robert might take James up on his offer immediately and move in with us. Although we'd be willing to help, the idea of Robert residing in our home triggered complex emotions. I'm no stranger to concealing my feelings, but I'm also determined not to betray James, even in my own thoughts. Can I really confess now, almost 2 decades later?
Navigating complex emotions, particularly those rooted in past experiences, can be a testing journey. Your history with Robert has undoubtedly etched its place in your heart. It's human to ponder over what could have been, but it's essential to prioritize your current relationship with James. The presence of Robert in your life through his friendship with Martine brings an added layer of complexity. Before taking any steps or confiding in James, dedicate time for introspection. Reflect on the depth of your emotions for Robert and how they impact your relationship with James. While honesty is important, approach the situation with care, sensitivity, and respect for James's feelings. Keep in mind that open and compassionate communication is vital, although you should be prepared for the challenges that come with addressing such a sensitive issue. Seeking spiritual guidance, perhaps through your church community, can provide a safe haven to navigate through these emotions and circumstances. Engage in prayer and seek God's guidance as you make decisions. Your commitment to nurturing your marriage while addressing your emotions for Morris reflects your readiness to overcome challenges. Ultimately, align your choices with your faith, values, and priorities, ensuring that your decisions reflect your past and present journey in Christ.